Do you know the significance of the story is so that we can know how to live? Jesus did die, and the story says that he rose on the third day. What happened in between? There was a whole lesson. Whereas Jesus, we didn't hear much from him from the time that he was 12 years old and went into the tabernacle and spoke to the leaders, until the time that he was 30. And he walked the earth and did many miracles and testified that he was the Son of God. The leadership, the Jews, the tribe in which he belonged to, wanted him crucified because he knew who he was and he was not afraid to walk in his authenticity. He carried his cross, even though he as a man had questions. My God, why have you forsaken me? You asked me to choose these men, one who would betray me, the other who would identify me. He took accountability because he understood that the purpose of the betrayal, the purpose of the denial was to get him to the cross. He carried his own cross and allowed himself to be crucified because it was part of his purpose. On the third day, he got up. Some time had passed. He had been an influencer in this world. He had been scrutinized. He had been talked about. Time had passed. Well, few people forgot about him. He got up. He went to those who had supported him and sought him out for his help. They immediately knew who he was. But those who he sat around and broke bread with every day, he had to prove to them who he was. They wanted to stick their hands in his womb. What is the lesson? After all that he went through, he told us that we could do even greater things than he did because he left the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, within us. Moral of the story is, regardless of where you came from, regardless of what happened to you in your life, regardless of who you chose to be connected to, regardless of who tries to crucify you, who talks about you, who hates on you, regardless of people putting you on a pedestal and then knocking you off of it, you can do all things even greater because of the Spirit within you. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. It don't matter who's talking about you. It don't matter if you were born in the projects. It don't matter if your parents were substance abusers. It don't matter if you were substance abusers. It don't matter if you were abused. It doesn't matter what happened to you. As long as you're breathing, as long as you're able to have faith, and you have the resilience and the understanding to know that if you keep walking, it's quite possible that you may have 1,000 to fall at one side and 10,000 to fall at the other. But the angels will hold you up. Keep Fire may be all around you, but it may not come to your tent. If you have the faith to walk through the flames, knowing that God is going to cover you, believing that all things, not some things, but all things are possible. That is the story of the cross. Pick up your cross and walk. Take accountability for your part in the situation, even if you were not wrong. Did you hear that part? Even if you were not wrong. Keep moving, knowing that God is, and the Spirit of God is within you. Happy Easter.